I hope this is helpful. It is fundamental awareness that will change how you understand stress, hopefully how you experience it, and how you learn to respond to what you're feeling, what your body's communicating. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Ray. So I'm going to share some awareness with you today that hopefully will change the way that you view the stress that you're experiencing and how to heal it. Now, you might be struggling with stress, or you may be struggling with the healing process. You may be trying many different things to build resilience, to reset your nervous system. You may be trying to focus on the positive, an abundance mindset. You might be doing lots of meditation, breath work. You might be doing some somatic work. But really, nothing will change until your nervous system and your body feels safe. Your body won't let go until it feels safe. And until you understand this and change the way that you respond to what it is you're feeling, what it is your body's communicating, you're going to be in this kind of battle with your nervous system, trying to force calm or trying to calm the nervous system, only to find that you're triggered again and suddenly in that overwhelm and that anxiety. And then you kind of get into a loop of it's not working, whatever I'm doing isn't working, and you start to feel stuck and you start to feel more overwhelmed, as if this is never going to change. And I understood this as I was healing stress, and it took me quite a while to understand what it was I was doing and what it was that was going to create that long-term transformation, that was really going to create that inner transformation in the way I felt it in my body, or I felt it mentally and emotionally, and everything's connected. And really, it's understanding that your body and your nervous system will only let go, will only heal deeply in that long-lasting sense where you stop feeling overwhelmed and those triggers. In fact, you start experiencing things differently. You start to see that I used to be triggered by that, but I'm no longer triggered by that. And that's because the body has let go of an old pattern because of the way that you respond. And response, the way that you respond, is critical. It's what's going to change everything. And this is what I show, teach, share, whatever you want to call it, in the 6-week Alchemy of Stress. We're doing it consistently. And what I'm showing people in the course, or if you're interested, is what I'm showing is how to respond differently. And how to do this consistently, because that's what's going to create safety in the body. That's what's going to shift or reset the nervous system, because the nervous system is operating out of habit. And if that habit was created at a very early age, where you didn't feel safe in your body, or didn't feel safe in yourself, didn't feel safe to ask for your needs to be met in a certain way, when you asked for help, you didn't receive. There are all sorts of patterns that start very on in childhood that says it's not safe. And what you're feeling in the body is reinforcing that. It felt uncomfortable. There was a contraction. There was a discomfort that said this doesn't feel good. And we start to relate the two, not feeling good and not being enough, or there's something wrong with me, who I am. And that pattern builds over the years until we get to a certain age, whatever age, when the symptoms start to show. Anxiety, pain, different autoimmune, fatigue, chronic fatigue, anxiety. Did I say that already? That's a big one. But yeah, the way that we change or heal stress for good is in the way that we respond to what we're feeling. Because often what we're feeling is so uncomfortable that we continue in those patterns of suppressing or rejecting ourselves because of what we feel, or rejecting what we feel, or abandoning ourselves, running away from it. And these are things that happened No doubt, when you were a kid, you weren't heard, or you were shut down, or you were told you're not allowed to feel this in different ways. And so these are the patterns that get created early on. And when we continue to treat ourselves this way, or we continue to react in a certain way to what we're feeling, to what the body is communicating. And because we don't have the awareness, we weren't taught that. In fact, we were just taught that it wasn't safe to be in the body, to be in the world, to be ourselves. We've continued to build on these patterns. And so really, the body and the nervous system only starts to really heal in that profound, long-lasting, transformative way when you respond differently. And responding differently means that you are acknowledging what you feel, no matter how uncomfortable, that you start to be present rather than running away, fearing what you feel. And you start to communicate or to work with the body to create safety so that your nervous system can start to let go. And the body can also start to let go of the tension in the muscles or the different patterns that have been created. And the more awareness we have of this, we understand that these patterns are in different areas of our body. And they're very much to do with the energy centers. And each energy center governs a different part of the body. And so as we start to be present, we respond, we're out of that reactivity, the overwhelm, understanding that the body's saying, please be present. Don't run away from me. Don't reject me. Don't suppress what I'm feeling or what I'm communicating. Don't suppress what you're feeling. And in that response, you start to build trust in that you're going to show up for yourself in the way that perhaps others weren't able to show up for you when you were younger. That's where you start to create safety. And as you do this consistently, the nervous system, the body, starts to relax, to let go, to feel safe. And this is where you're going to start to see things transform. It takes a little bit of courage, it takes patience, it takes a bit of curiosity, which isn't always easy when you're feeling overwhelmed and deeply uncomfortable, deeply anxious. But it's what the body needs in order to heal, in order to come back into balance. And the body's incredible. The body knows what to do. It knows how to come back into balance. It knows how to heal. And it's desperately trying to tell you what it needs and what you need fundamentally in order to come back into balance and to heal. And it's in the response, how we respond differently to what we're feeling, to our needs, to who we are fundamentally. And the incredible thing is, as we learn how to respond in this way, not only do we learn how to self-heal or learn how to work with the body, we're learning a tool that is so incredibly valuable for life. We're tuning in, or we're starting to access our own inner guidance system, which is what we feel. Starting to learn to trust what we feel, and that it is safe to respond to our needs, to respond to what we feel, and to follow that inner guidance. It becomes an incredible guide to life. Okay, so if you're interested in exploring this, if you want to know more, then there's a 6-week Alchemy of Stress, and all the details are in the description box and in the pinned comment. And if you have any questions, pop them in the comment section below. I hope this is helpful. It is fundamental awareness that will change how you understand stress, hopefully how you experience it, and how you learn to respond to what you're feeling, what your body is communicating. Okay? So as always, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, and I look forward to seeing you in the next post.